Kia ora, Colin. Welcome.
Kia ora. Kia ora koutou. When does the 3 minutes start?
Well, we'll wait until the door's closed. There's obviously been a lot of excitement.
Just one little person.
There's been a lot of excitement with the previous submission, so but we've been looking forward to yours too, Colin. So if you want to fire off now.
Kia ora koutou. We have 3 minutes to save the planet. Right. As an ecologist, I can tell you that business as usual is not going to save us. It's not going to work. We have to achieve a lot in a short time. Ecological literacy and connection with nature will be a significant part of that, to achieve well-being and to achieve a sense of place in history. And to some extent this will displace the paradigm of the material expectations that we've had. There's a whole lot of elements. Everything that I say from now on might seem disparate, but it's all connected. I'll get on with it. Biodiversity equals identity. Protect all we've got. And that's for the plants, for the wildlife, for the fungi, for us. Visibility of nature is key to its survival. Extinction of experience leads to extinction of species. There's a biosecurity nightmare out there. We need more stitches in time. Habitat alone is not enough. We need protected sanctuaries in order to support our charismatic, endangered wildlife and for people to experience it. And to add transformational value to the red zone and through the halo effect out through stepping stones to the wider city and across to the Banks Peninsula Tui corridor. All the heritage layers need to be reflected in the heart of our city, not out the back, out of sight, out of mind. We've got to get on with it and represent all of the layers of our rich historical tapestry within the heart of the city, as, for example, a bush city in the Cathedral Square. We also need to revisit the weaving of the symbols of the strength of the Te Tiriti through the English and the natural and cultural heritage woven like strands of a rope down the central part of the Avon Otakaro River, not just on the extremities. You'll hear more about this for sure, the Christchurch 360 Trail. I've just done it, and I've had people on that trail telling me it's better than the Great Walks. It's better than the El Camino. These are people who have actually done it and who've been there and been on those other trails. We support, like the Estuary Trust, a dog-free sanctuary with smart gates to keep out dogs that can't read. Even the Godwits are happy with walkers at a safe distance, as you can see in that. And the walkers in the bush, they're not along the edge of the estuary, but in an obscured part down the bush between the estuary and the oxidation ponds, out of sight of those sensitive wildlife. We've just concluded the City Nature Challenge through iNaturalist, and we tick all the boxes. You can see there in the graph we're way ahead of all the other cities in New Zealand that entered, and we're probably in the top 25 in the world out of 400 cities in the world that have recorded as many observations and species as they could within their cities. The concept is a marketing and branding exercise, an umbrella to promote consistent, focused, joined-up policies and actions within the city, acknowledging the interdependence with nature. It's very much a people, nature-centred concept, and branding and marketing, as I said, for well-being and a slow ecotourism for service industries. And I just reiterate, without people, there is no conservation. Respectful connection to nature is key to conservation ethic, guardianship and kindness. He tangata, he tangata, he tangata. And we know all of the other issues and tensions with people. A complicated diagram, but you've seen it before. It's an elevated visual pathways to all the natural and cultural diversity of our city, embracing all of that rich diversity and pushing back hate, as I heard Mazharuddin Syed Ahmed exhort us yesterday with tears streaming down my eyes as I listened to him recount the terrible tragedy of the 15th of March. But he is positive, and I believe we can enact symbols like this that demonstrate that we are one and we are embracing all of our richness of both natural and cultural diversity. One of the things, key messages I wish to leave you with is the enormous amount of effort that volunteers and donors are making to this planet, to the city, and the danger of burnout, fatigue, and so on. People are exhausted. I'm pretty exhausted. And to me, the solution is not continual submissions year after year, which for many may seem to go into a black hole, but to bring together people around the table from staff, the centres of higher learning, mana whenua, and the community, able people who are concerned, and especially often left out are those with an ecological mind. I don't mean that we don't all have an ecological mind, but we all perhaps there's a tendency to think, oh well, we all know about the environment, so why do we need a specialist? You know, we need more ecologists than that quadruple bottom line represented at the co-design, co-creating table before decisions get made that then take an enormous amount of energy and effort to unpick. How do we pay for it all? How do we develop this courageous and build on the courageous, intelligent leadership that we already have? Well, I believe we need to change the paradigm of what constitutes success. These are much bigger picture things, but these are things which all of us and all of our cities and all of our region and our country, we're in a privileged position in this part of the world. We've got an opportunity to make a difference for the world. We can be a leader. We need to change the paradigm of what constitutes success. We've got to stop feather bedding and gold plating everything. We can't afford it. We need to be a destination province of long stay, reflective eco-heritage tourism with our story, telling our narrative. We need precautionary and accessible alternatives in transport, urban sprawl on private land, a whole host of things, all of those things that are mentioned there. There's talk about, shrinking down, council staff and shrinking down things. We can't do this. We need more staff. We need more actions on the ground, service actions that support the people of the city. And I'm afraid to say the only way that that's likely to happen is to flatten and spread.
I've let you run over the 3 minutes quite considerably, but if you
that's it, I believe. Thank you very much.
Great, thank you. Thank you very much.
I hope you got the last point about lowering the pyramid.
I took into account your statement at the beginning that it is hard to save the planet in 3 minutes. But you have raised new points that haven't been raised by other submitters, so I thought it was worth just allowing you to complete the submission. So thank you very much for your time and contribution. Thank you.
Thank you very much.